Fernandes for the bantamweight strap. And Josh, this is a fight where Bibiano, who's impressed everyone every time he's come into the 1FC cage, could really get his bell rung.
He's one of the best right now in the world. He's been one of the best in the last 2 years. And honestly, I don't see how Kim's gonna win this fight. But I gotta say, Kim's looked very impressive the last two fights with submissions. He's came in with an attitude. We saw it heat up yesterday at the weigh-ins, and this is gonna be a great fight.
This is the main event of the evening. It is 5 rounds for the 1FC Bantamweight World Championship.
I feel very confident for the fight. I train good, I train strong. He's a very spiritual kid and he wants to win so badly, but I don't care about what he doing, what he training. For me, it doesn't matter. What's matter for me, what I do, the way I train. For me, it's matter the day the fight there. I hope I can be my best there. That's what will be good for me.
제 이제 MMA 선수로서 최종 목표는 세계 챔피언 타이틀 두 체급을 석권하는 거기 때문에 그 중간 과정이라고 생각합니다. 뭐 치고 차고 주먹, 발, 그리고 니킥, 엘보 다 강하기 때문에 뭐 딱히 어떤 게 강하다고 생각하진 않고 모든 게 다 강하다고 생각합니다. 기본적으로 스탠딩으로 싸우고 스탠딩에서 KO를 시킬 생각을 하고 있고요. 옛말에 위에는 이, 눈에는 이런 말이 있지. 비비아노 너가 주짓수 파이터면 내가 너를 주짓수로 피니시를 시켰어.
People say for me, I go knock out Bibiano, I go beat up Bibiano. But when the fight begins, it's different.
비비아노가 그라운드 이제 뭐 세계 챔피언을 3번 했는데 거기에 저는 위축되지 않고 저도 뭐 그라운드면 그라운드, 타격이면 타격. 뭐 하나에 집착하지 않고 주눅들지 않고 뭐든지 그냥.
I don't think he fight anyone in my skill level now. He's good, yes, but definitely not fight nobody in my level.
비비아노가 저를 이기는 것은 불가능합니다.
You think you can beat me, and I know I go beat you.
Here's the challenger, Dae Hwan Kim. He's 27 years old, has an impressive 10-0-1 record. He looks up for it, doesn't he? From Korea, Muay Thai skills, Sanda skills, Taekwondo skills. He's a KA MMA Bantamweight World Champion. Has a Muay Thai background, but one of these guys who fights Muay Thai as a base, but can pull off submission wins. We've seen it before. Kim has 5 submission victories, undefeated in mixed martial arts. He's also one of these special characters that's won a tournament where you fight several opponents on one night. In his case, he beat 3 opponents in a single evening. He's got a very wild and aggressive style. He will not let Bibiano Fernandes rest for a moment.
Event. In the blue corner, from Korea, the challenger, Dae Hwan Kim.
He's beating up his cornerman at the moment.
He's warming up. He's warming up. He's trying to show what he's gonna do to Bibiano.
He's got speed, he's got power, he's clearly got a bit of showmanship. This is the kind of fighter you want to see when you're dealing with the kind of champion that Bibiano Fernandes is. They like a show, don't they?
You'll see this a lot with fighters here in Asia. They'll have a big walkout. You know, sometimes in Japan they'll dress up. You know, from a samurai to women's clothes.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and
I've
wear
seen-
wigs.
I've seen
And
that,
it's
yeah.
all just a show, though. It's something to get the crowd interacting with them and to bring fan support. This is great. I think it's amazing for the sport. It's great for him to help him build his brand of building his character, his brand here in the Philippines. I think it's wonderful.
It also gets him loose, though, doesn't it? If he can have a smile like that, a little bit of fun on his way in, interacting with the fans, then you know he's relaxed. If there were nerves beforehand, this is helping him. Because when he starts, he moves with ferocity.
You can tell by the look on his face, he's extremely confident. I mean, when people come down to the cage like this, that confidence comes from he knows he did everything he possibly could have done in training. So when I was talking to him, he's trained extensively on his conditioning because this is his 5-round fight. He made sure Bibiano's gone 5 rounds several times. He knows that Bibiano can take this to deep waters. So he made sure that no matter what he was in shape.
He's beaten Tan Vu, beat that man on his 1FC debut. You and I think very highly of Kevin Belingon. Dae Hwan Kim has beaten Kevin Belingon, and he did it in the first round.
Wow, I mean, that's just impressive. When we saw Belingon tonight, he just looked amazing. You can tell he's very close with his family, his friends. You know,
we've seen that, yeah.
Everyone's here. Earlier in the back, you know, they were all huddled together, you know, basically just sending them best wishes and, you know, as a family.
And they're a very spiritual family as well. So all of this hugging is significant. It's not for show. It's not to say, look how big my team is. It really does mean something.
So most people have a team of an entourage. I think that's his mom. You know, it's like he's got his family there. Most people have their entourages. Their entourage are like their friends, you know, their guy friends, their whatever it is.
The family that fights together,
yeah,
sticks together, right?
Yeah. His story earlier about him and his brother having to stop a robber, a burglar from in the house, and he's holding him down. Like you said, a family that fights together stays together.
Grabbed his legs for all he could while his brother punched the thief in the face. As he shuts his eyes and just gets this Vaseline applied to his face, you can bet he'll be focusing. This is my moment. This is my time, my opportunity. It's a difficult one, but this is the chance that I get.
What people may need to understand, though, it's so hard to get to this point in your career. The fact that he's even here is remarkable, okay? And if he's able to walk out of that cage tonight with that strap around, that belt wrapped around his waist, he'll never forget it. He'll always go down in history as being a champion. Speaking as a former world champion, it's something no one can ever take away from you.
And you never forget it.
No, you'll never forget it.
Bibiano Fernandes, the Bantamweight champion of the world, remarkably skilled in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, scampers across the ground with breathtaking speed and agility and thoughtfulness as well. Heavily muscled. There's no weakness in that body, apparently. He's got great presence of mind, great focus, mentally very, very strong indeed. He's on an 8-fight winning streak. He's the 2-weight dream champion.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your reigning 1FC Bantamweight World Champion!
I'm not afraid. Yeah. It's been a ride. I guess I had to go to that place to get to this one. Now some of you might still be in that place. If you're trying to get out, just follow me. I'll get you there. You be trying to read my lyrics off of this tape before I lay 'em. But you won't take the sting out these words before I say it.
Go now!
From damn what you think. I'm doing this for me. So
Bibiano!
you think you're stopping me? I'm gonna be where I set out to be. Without a time, I'm bleeding. We'll soon look down on me. I'm tearing down the balcony.
Fernandes!
Sometimes I'm asking why. For me,
Josh, you were at the weigh-in yesterday. Just tell us about the fight before the fight.
You know, most people like to build it up. This was for real. This was one of those situations where they got a little too close, and Kim thought he would touch Bibiano. Bibiano did not pay too kindly to it. Here you go. You'll see it right here. Nice little shove. Victor Queen jumps right in there.
I think Victor Queen won that. But that just shows you two big personalities. They just wanted a little edge, and it got a bit too much for the situation they were in.
Weigh-ins is a test. It's a test to see who looks away first. It's a test to see who smiles. It's a test. It's a mental test for whoever it is. Each person's fighting for a jockey for whatever position it is, right? Bibiano got up there, put his hand on his chin. Kim did the same thing. And Bibi said, "You're not doing that to me. I'm the world champion. You're not touching me like that." Give him a little shove and let him know. So this is all coming into the cage tonight. They're going to settle it right now. It's going to be an amazing fight.
I don't think I've seen Bibiano quite as edgy as this. He's focused, but almost hyper-focused. He even had a little go at the guy there that was going to apply the Vaseline and give him the little check down. He's got that little edginess to him tonight, I think.
We saw him earlier. Remember how relaxed he looked?
Yeah.
And then when you wrap your hands, still relaxed. For him, it's like when he starts to walk. It looks like when he starts to walk down the hallway, the corridor there. Then he comes up to the stage. You can tell that focus. When your team gets behind you, your corners are behind you. It's something that gets you to focus into the fight. You know, that last little bit of focus is when that cage door slams, and you realize it's just two people in there on the ref. But you realize it's just you and your opponent. He's been here countless times. He knows exactly what he's doing.
There's just something a little different about him tonight. I think he realizes that this could be the biggest fight of his ONE FC career, and he's got to be ready for it. Is he ready for it? Let's find out. He's 3 centimeters taller, the champion, 7 years older. For the Bantamweight Championship of the world, this is Korea against Brazil.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. This is 5 rounds, 5 minutes for the ONE FC Bantamweight World Championship. And it's brought to you by Patron, fuel for everyone. Our 3 judges scoring this fight at cage side are Joey Lipitan from the Philippines, Joel Bowen from the United States, and Rosenberg Rosette from the Philippines. Manila, let's witness a battle! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a striker, standing at 167 centimeters tall, weighing in at 61 kilograms, holding a professional MMA record of 10 wins and 1 draw, fighting out of Rayong Promotion, Cook J Gym, the challenger, Kama Bantamweight champion from South Korea, Otogi Dae Hwan. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer and a BJJ practitioner, standing at 170 centimeters tall, weighing in at 61 kilograms, holding a professional MMA record of 16 wins, 3 losses, fighting out of AMC Pancration, presenting the reigning, defending ONE FC Bantamweight World Champion from Brazil, Bibiano the Flash Fernandes. And when this battle begins, your referee in charge, Yuji Shimada.
This is a title shot, okay? No head batting, no throwing, no blood fence, on the ground, no slumps of face. Okay? Aggressive fight, touch gloves. Come on. Judge.
That's Dae Hwan Kim.
Ready?
And that's Bibiano Fernandes. This fight brought to you by Petron, fuel for everyone. Bantamweight Championship on the line. The champion in the black trunks, the challenger in the red and white.
What I noticed yesterday when I was watching, when I had a chance to talk to both of them, that Bibiano looks significantly bigger than Kim, body-wise.
No attack back.
Look at
Kim, no
Bibiano
attack
looking to
back.
press him against the
No
fence. He
spine
looked like
line.
he's locking his hands right now. There you go, right down.
No spine line. Kim.
It's a quick and purposeful
Next time,
start
Miracle,
from
okay?
the Brazilian.
Bibiano needs to gather both legs. You see him trying to gather both legs with his left leg there. If he gathers both legs, he could possibly turn his back off the fence and go right to mount.
Touch here.
See how his left arm is real deep underneath both legs? If he takes his left leg and then steps over, he looks like he's losing the position now.
No spine line.
I was wondering what Kim was going to do there. He seemed to have time and space to do something. He decided to just dig some elbows into the shoulder blade. Usually Shimano doesn't want to see any more of that because he's worried about hitting the back of the head. What do you think about that, Rich?
Many times.
Well,
I told you.
Dae Hwan is obviously targeting the spine with the elbows and the back of the head with the elbows. We have trouble seeing the angle from here, but Yuji's right on top of it. I'm sure he probably gave Dae Hwan Kim a verbal warning there, and then decided to yellow card him. At this point in time, that means that Kim is going to lose 10% of his purse.
Here's the replay. Yeah, that's the back of the neck. That's the shoulder blade.
He had let him get away with it one time.
It's a
Gave him a
tighter
little,
shot,
probably
you know?
looked like a verbal warning,
Okay.
and then he hit him again 2 more times. One was like a real slight one, but
Okay, baby.
There did seem to be
Yeah, I
one
know.
solidly in the
I
back
give
of
you
the
the
neck,
yellow
Rich.
You have to
Keep it
remember
around,
that
same position.
from this replay that there were several elbows that were thrown prior to that replay as well. So we don't know if Yuji actually gave Dae Hwan a warning prior to that, verbally.
and I've noticed that they're restarting him in the same position.
Ready?
Absolutely. Just because there was a foul doesn't mean that it has to change the direction of the fight. Bibiano at this point in time has actually earned this takedown, so you don't want to take that away from him and start the fight back on the feet.
Yeah, you'll find that in other organizations. They actually start him standing up after the foul. Bibiano gets reversed here when he went for the back. Beautiful work into the triangle. If he can lock it in. Switch to the armbar.
The armbar was on right from the beginning there.
Kim's out, but Bibiano's re-attacking right now. That's nice work. Kim pulls out.
Yeah, good. Yes, touch here, okay.
Kim hitting him a little short chopping shots to the side of the head.
But to make sure he doesn't get him on the back of the head.
Bibiano stands back up. Gonna look to try and turn it. There you go, turn it facing. To me, I think you can see the size and I think a little bit of the strength difference though between the two when Bibiano took him down, as well as was able to control the top position for a little bit. With Kim, he's just real scrappy. He moves real well on the bottom. He scrambles really well. His scramble, I think, is going to make the difference in this fight if he gets the win tonight. They've kind of both really put out a lot of energy in that first little exchange. Now they're back on their feet, probably catching their breath a little bit, getting ready to go at it again. Remember, this is a 5-round fight, so they've got plenty of time.
Yeah, much longer fight than the 3-round version. 10 minutes longer. Flying knee from Kim, taken to the ground by Bibiano.
Bibiano right to the clinch, right to the takedown, hits him with a big
left
shot.
and right. A little bit wild.
Kim smiles. That's almost to say as if you got me with a good one.
Doesn't always mean you're happy.
Bibiano with the looping left hook, just missed. Kim with the spinning back kick. Oh!
And another one, the knee connected to the head that time. Bibiano ducked into it, I think.
Yeah, sometimes when people, when they throw a spinning back fist, they don't know how to react, so they actually just cover up and they duck their head at the same time, bringing their elbows into their body. I think he just caught him off guard. He wasn't expecting 2 back-to-back. Just moving around right now, kind of getting a feel for each other.
Just a little jab from Bibiano.
You can tell what the game plan is, though, from Bibiano. He has to come in here, get to the clinch, get to the takedown. Wants to show he has top position.
There's
Beautiful double
a
leg.
nice takedown.
Nice takedown.
That was a beautiful double leg. He waited for Kim to step in. He shot in on the double leg and was able to lift an elevator for the slam.
Busy work from the Brazilian, punching to the side and 1 or 2 to the head there. Running out of time to do anything significant from this position in the first round. We're going into a second 5-round contest with a championship belt at stake. 25 minutes potentially of this kind of action, Josh.
Bibiano had a great transition right here to the triangle. Then he felt like he was losing it. You notice right here he starts to go to the armbar. You see the pressure he's putting on the armbar. Kim was able to wiggle out of it. Then Kim jumped for a flying knee, missed. Bibiano was able to get to the body lock and take him down, but wasn't able to control top position. This is where Kim shined. He threw a spinning back kick, and then he doubled up on it, which will almost always throw people off.
It's round 2 when we come back to the Mall of Asia Arena in Manila, the Philippines, for One Fighting Championship Warriors Way. This is Dae Hwan Kim against Bibiano Fernandes. Here's the action from round 2.
Round 2.
Fascinating first round. We've got 4 more to come potentially. And Bibiano Fernandes knows he's in a contest, even though he may well have the edge at this juncture. Don't forget, these 5 rounds will end up with a fight that the judges score in its entirety, not round by round. Furious scramble.
Kim's scramble was just unbelievable. I mean, he dropped his hips so fast. Bibiano was in real deep on that double leg, and then he had to switch to the single leg and wasn't able to get the takedown. I think in situations like this where I feel like, oh, beautiful spinning back kick. That one
Very
actually
nicely
landed.
done. Yeah, right in the belly.
I think in situations like this, Bibiano needs to actually pressure him against the fence. Beautiful back kick from the standing position. That was a great back take.
We're looking to see if that left arm is under the throat.
There it is, he sinks it in.
That is under, right under. And this could be it.
It's over.
It's over. Bibiano Fernandes has retained his bantamweight championship. His wife there in the crowd is as delighted as many of his fans are. Another successful defense against an opponent who at times looked as if he was going to cause him quite a few problems. As always, the 2 combatants embrace mid-cage. Here's how it finished. He got up on his back. The extent of the arm around the throat at that point was hard for us to see. Was it under the chin there, or was it cranking the chin inwards? There, it was quite conclusive, wasn't it? Right around the throat. And the tap, well, it was just a matter of time. The Brazilian owns that belt for a few more months at least. Pound for pound, the best around.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yuji Shimada calls hold to this battle at 1 minute 16 seconds of round number 2. For your winner, by submission via rear naked choke, and still ONE FC Bantamweight World Champion, Bibiano "The Flesh" Fernandes!
How wonderful to see that respect from the 2, as we so often do. Congratulations from the CEO of One Fighting Championship, Victor Cui. Bibiano Fernandes does it again in a shower of ticker tape that has flooded the cage, and indeed all of my notes here at cage side. But it's all about Bibi. Who dares take on this man next time?